Hello, YouTube.
Oi.
Moving on back.
Oh. It's a therapy session. This is just so John. Live therapy.
It'll be a comfortable podcast. All right.
Just gonna listen in place of somebody.
I need to order some more. What you call it?
Oh, mindset.
Yeah,
Mindset. Yeah, I got my second batch.
Might as well order my pills too. I'm almost out of vitamins.
Pills?
Opioid pandemic. All right, one more
Ooh.
time. I'm gonna test this out. Check.
Test me. Test me.
We're tested. Huh? I'm gonna test this out. Check.
Test me. Test me.
We're tested. Huh? All right. Do you have any big topics
No.
or questions or anything? I don't have a whole lot, but I can piece something together.
Yeah, not loads, but something. A few little things, I suppose.
All right. We'll roll with the punches.
How you want to start? You want to go in with usual talk, or you want to go in with episode 46, or
This usual talk, I guess.
Usual
and
talk.
then we'll just roll into 46.
Okay.
All right. I'll just come out hot with my insecurity.
I really want to hear about this insecurity.
Welcome back. And it's another podcast where John has an insecurity to mention.
And I cannot wait to hear.
All right, so let me set the scene for you. Aaron's not here, but this
We
also
miss him. We miss him.
we do miss him. Love you, Aaron. I discovered this insecurity when Aaron was gone. I went to the gym by myself, and I was looking at the mirror. I was not, for the record, let me preface this, I was not flexing in the mirror.
He was taking a selfie.
There's nothing to flex in the mirror.
Stop it, John.
Except for my legs. So I'm by myself, right? Headphones in my own world. I don't know what I was on, what machine. I get up, and I just happen to look. And I move my arm. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Are those really my elbows?
Oh, yeah.
Look how small they are, Rudy. I have these little pointy little.
Wait, what?
Cute
I've never
little-
even looked at them.
I know. I've got the tiniest elbows.
It was I don't even know what mine looked like.
You look normal elbow. It's a thicker elbow. I have a little point. I feel like I could be in the UFC and do some damage and ground and pound.
Yeah.
Look at that. Every person I've showed has the same reaction, except a couple of them bullied me a little harder. But like, oh my God, your elbows are fucking weird. Yeah. So that's another insecurity of old John. Why do I have such tiny elbows?
They're just pointy.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like my bone spur on my foot.
You haven't got elbows like mine. Like I have elephant skin, so you pull the skin and it just comes out 2 inches. I have it on my face. I have the Stretch Armstrong with the skin. Yeah.
I wonder what's up with that.
I
You
don't
just have
know.
extra elasticity in your skin.
I haven't got it on my knees, but it's my elbows and my
It's not like you were ever a big guy and lost weight or anything.
No, I was always a skinny kid. I always had difficulty gaining weight. Always had difficulty gaining weight. It was probably, I was always playing football and cardio and all that kind of
Cardio
stuff.
for days. So yeah, that's insecurity. I've showed Aaron. I showed a guy at work. Him and his wife were in the office together. I was like, all right, guys, I have something I just discovered, and I have tiny elbows. And they were both like, whoa, you do have really tiny elbows. It's like, what the hell is that? And for a second, I was like, maybe just because I have wider forearms or my tricep back of my arms big. No, they're really pointy.
They're pointy. You could definitely do some damage with that.
Aaron said I could poke someone's eye out.
Good Lord.
I know, man. What the hell is that?
Do a spinning back arm. Just bang.
gash their face open.
That's what Aljamain Sterling needs. One of your elbows.
I thought Tony Ferguson cut people up with his elbows, but I might have to go in the UFC. Introducing now, weighing 261 pounds in the red corner. He's got
John Pointy Elbow Benson.
Those are not daggers on his forearms, folks. That is his elbow.
Yeah, they'll be checking you. Bless. They'll be checking you before the fights. Like, wait, what have you got there?
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. Kind of weird.
So they don't feel like weird or anything to you, like without looking, but when you look, it's like, oh,
they're misproportioned to my body. I have little people's elbow.
That's the little people's elbow.
Shout out The Rock, I'm coming for you. It's not the people's elbow, it's the little people, whatever's proper vernacular.
It's all proper. It's all proper, John.
Oh, Proper John.
Proper John.
It's like Proper 12 and Papa John. Pizza and whiskey. I could do tequila and tacos.
Ooh.
Proper John. Well, maybe. Yeah, so that's my insecurity.
Yeah, okay.
They are small though, huh?
Now that I'm looking at them, they're just
so tiny.
They're different.
Yeah. If anybody listening can't see, just check us out on YouTube or just, look at me in person and be like, hey, look at his elbows. I mean, they're tiny. God, that's weird.
I've never like just focused in, zoomed in on
and like if
anyone's elbow.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. You don't think about it, right? Because even mine, I was like, that's no big deal. Like, it's just elbows. Before I saw myself in the mirror, I was like, what are those? What are those? Fucking daggers is what they are. Like a fighting rooster. Little spurs on my head.
Just hear John. Ding, 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 ding. Oh no, he's warming up.
If I ever crawl like a baby, it'd be like Cat Williams, little tink tink.
Oh, little tink tink.
Oh, little tink tink. Actually, I ended up killing his wife, huh? He's a murderer now.
Huh?
That guy. I don't know if the joke was based off of it, but the guy who I think he won the Special Olympics. He had those faux legs. Ended up killing his wife.
Was that Pistorius?
Hmm?
Oscar Pistorius in South Africa, was it?
Maybe so, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
it's a tough life, and
little tink tink
don't have any legs. Yeah, chalk that up to another insecurity of John.
So congratulations, John! You found another one.
Oh yeah, no. At this point, I'm gonna need a thesaurus. I don't even know what that means, but dinosaurs or something like that.
Yeah, dinosaurs. I was gonna
Dinosaurus. Dinosaurus.
Elboceratops. Yeah, maybe.
Elbodactyl.
Oh.
Elbow. It's also a weenus. A small weenus. This just in. Episode 46 of the PB&J podcast. John has two small weenuses.
I mean, it's kind of average size.
Thanks, man. I mean, 3 inches is huge, dude.
Mate.
Change the world.
Yeah. People kill for that.
Oh, there we go. We can just go right into it.
Uh-oh.
Question. How tall are you?
6 foot.
Would you trade 3 inches of height to give 3 inches to your dick size?
No.
Okay.
No.
We got a big, well-endowed guy here. Yeah.
I like reaching things on the top of the shelf.
So you'd be 5'9".
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'm 6'2". That made me 5'11". In a heartbeat. Take it off right now.
You come down to like 6 or just around about 6. You wear Air Maxes and it's like, yeah, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
I'd have to like wear those like platform Converse shoes that all those girls are wearing in the gym. I'm like, jeez, are you like?
She's tall. Takes your shoes off, like, all of a sudden you're my height.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No,
I can't do that. I gotta work on the motion in the ocean. If I was like, jeez.
Yeah, 3 inches. I'd probably be in Hollywood. I'd be making some videos. I'd be dead. Actually, I'd probably be dead.
See John in Nudie Magazine Day.
Well, I mean, like that I forget his name. The Gratata guy who went into male porn.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Now he embraces it. He's like makes videos. He's like, you can't be like me unless you suck a dude's dick. You're like, what? Okay, dude. You do you, man. I guess. I don't think I could. Definitely couldn't ever do porn.
Nah.
It's not even about big side. I just couldn't do it. There's no chance. It's bad enough. I try to watch ourselves do a podcast and listen to it, and it already cringes me. There's no chance I could watch myself.
Imagine having the headphones on.
That's the thing. Hearing yourself moan?
Oh,
shoot me in the face.
No.
No chance. Absolute 132% or 1,000%. Shout out Eric.
How much would it take for you to do a porno and have headphones on, listening?
Oh.
You like mic'd up, both of you.
What if it falls off and it just sounds like that's all you hear? It's a mic rubbing on the bed or whatever.
That would be
how much money for me to hear it back? I don't know. I'm pretty cheap.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just don't know if I would complete the porno, if that makes sense.
I don't know if I could start.
Yeah.
I promise this doesn't happen.
Imagine you hearing you ask the question, like just double back. No, I could not do that. Do you like that? No, I don't like that.
No. It reminds me of my one of my favorite jokes of all time. It's Tom Segura. It was this maybe in like 2000, probably like 12, 13, 14, whatever. One stand up. I think it's on Netflix. One of his original ones. He's like, so the other day, I travel a lot for work and stay in a lot of hotel rooms. Well, I stayed in this one hotel, and it was one of those with the fancy bathrooms, and it had like a mirror of all angles,
Ooh.
Left, right. So, I mean, he said, you can get a good shave. But also, I was about to get in the shower, butt naked, leg up, about to get in the shower, and I happened to look, and I looked at the mirror.
Oh, no.
Like Captain Morgan style. And I asked myself, how does someone fuck me? It's one of my favorite stand-up bits of all time. I saw myself in that mirror looking like fat Captain Morgan. I said, how does someone fuck me? But shout out to Tom Segura. He looks really good now.
He does.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Really in that TRT, baby.
Was it mainly after the injury and the surgery, or was he? Yeah.
He said when he injured his leg, that was crazy, and his arm too. And Bert just goes and puts it back in place.
That person you need to be putting something back in place.
Bert of all people. Shout out Bert. His movie's coming out soon.
That it is.
In a couple weeks. Yeah.
Ooh.
The Machine. You can watch it.
Mem Day? Is that what it is? Memorial Day is when it comes out?
I think so, yeah. 25th, 6th. Yeah, he said after I think he was telling Rogan about it. He said after he got injured, part of rehab was said I just started eating better, eating less, eating better, and it just started happening naturally. And then him and Bert both, I think Bert even made like a joke about it, like they're both on TRT now, testosterone replacement. So he's like, Bert's like, we're gonna get yoked, and Tom's like, that's not how it works, Bert. Typical Bert's like, oh, I'm a new man. So
he takes everything and just flies.
Oh yeah, I love Bert. I love Bert and Tom. Their dynamic is awesome.
Oh yeah,
Bert and Tom.
I've actually never seen one of the
Two Bears, One Cave.
Two Bears episode.
I'll send you one.
Yeah,
it's when Tom finds out that Bert drinks a 64-ounce tumbler of Kool-Aid every morning. Bert, but you have to watch it because Tom is dying laughing. Like he's like, are you seriously drinking 64 ounces of sugar Kool-Aid? And Bert's just like, yeah, here, you want to try it? And so he literally tries, like, yeah, that's Kool-Aid.
Oh my God.
He's like, how much sugar you put in it? I don't know. I just make it. Oh man.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, those two. I look up to those two guys as far as comp. I have to see them. I haven't seen either one live.
Mm.
I actually had Tom Segura tickets to see him in Lake Charles, but that didn't plan out. I don't remember what. Maybe it was a wedding I was in or something. That was years ago, though.
Yeah, we'll have to make a point to try and get to.
Should have went to that Fully Loaded last year.
Oh,
Shane Gillis, Joey Diaz. Listen to me, cocksucker.
Listen to that episode. Rogan had him on recently.
Joey?
Diaz.
I need to listen to it. I love Joey.
So good.
Unapologetically himself.
I wish he could just be like your granddad or something.
Oh. Imagine the stories he can tell, too.
Oh.
I mean, he already says them on the podcast, all the Coke stories and stuff.
Oh, okay, John.
I
thought it was going somewhere else, but
Well, I wish. Damn.
John in a little top hat. You're
That's
missing
right.
it. If you're not watching on YouTube, you are missing out.
Yeah, which you can not look at my elbows and look at my top hat.
Oh, John. Yeah, those
Little
are pointy.
elbows. They
Those
are,
pointy
man.
things.
Oh, put your eye out. It's that holiday movie, Christmas Story.
Oh, is that
Little
what?
BB
Oh, yeah,
gun.
yeah.
How shoot your eye out? Fragile. Must be
Fragile.
Italian. I've only watched it once. You know me. I love Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Favorite holiday.
Definitely my favorite holiday after Thanksgiving, July 4th.
I suppose just because Christmas spans so long, really.
It's
Kinda
the
everyone
disrespect.
takes-
It's the disrespect of all the other holidays. And by all, I mean just Thanksgiving. People put their decorations up immediately after Halloween. They forget about Thanksgiving in November. And Thanksgiving is a great holiday. It's a gathering of friends or family or both and food.
Mainly
What-
food.
What more can you ask for? Turkey or ham?
Turkey,
Oh, okay.
I think.
You answered quick. No, it sounded good.
I never
Smoked turkeys.
I never do it.
Nah.
Like, I just kind of go wherever the food is and I go and eat it.
We should have a Friendsgiving this year.
Oh yeah,
Do a legit turkey.
yeah. But is it turkey or is it ham usually?
Mostly turkey.
It is okay.
Different families do different things. Like my family, we do a ham as well.
Different strokes for different folks.
That's right. Long or short, we're here for the weenus. So it's kind of funny. I went to the Braves game yesterday, right? Go Bravos.
Oh,
And hey,
they still do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool. They 7th inning stretch. They dim all the lights. Everybody takes their phone out, puts their flashlight on, and they do that.
Oh, did the chop?
Yeah, but it's kind of dark, but it's still light. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's pretty cool seeing it. So we went to. It's like the tickets I had. You can get into this Chipper Jones clubhouse.
Ooh.
It's literally just a concession stand, but you get like free popcorn and free ice cream, and then mixed drinks. And so I was ordering a mixed drink.
By the way, Chip Jones was my favorite player.
I think he was my favorite Brave too. I think so. I think Chipper Jones.
Right behind Andrew.
Andrew. AND or UW.
UW.
Not EW.
Yeah.
So I'm ordering a mixed drink, and this lady, I'm not ridiculing because she has a speech impediment. I don't know if she did or didn't, but I think she did, or she just talked really fast. So after we rang up the 2 drinks, and she's like, "Do you want any peanuts or water?" And I was, "Excuse me, peanuts and water?" And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. She's like, "Oh, peanuts or water? Would you like any peanuts or water?" And I immediately, have you watched Ace Ventura when he's on the plane? Some peanuts? Some peanuts? That's immediately where my head went. I was like, "No, ma'am, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm completely okay. I don't need any peanuts and water." I think she knew what I thought I heard because she laughed. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." "No, ma'am, don't need that." Even the person I was with, she was like, "No." She's like, "No,
Chip,
all right."
How much?
How big and how much?
Is that a small, medium, or large?
Give her a small and say it's a large, please. No,
Does that come with sauerkraut?
Oh.
Ooh.
Sour cream?
Horseradish?
Sour cream.
Ooh.
Guacamole? Oh.
Ooh. Oh, that's no.
Salsa ranchero? Hey, it gets worse. Making it uncomfortable.
Just don't look up blue waffle. Oh.
Whoa.
That blast from the past.
Mm.
So Braves game was good. I'm yet to go to a Braves game at the new stadium.
Yeah. It's a nice area.
Yeah.
Very nice. Battery's very nice. Highly recommend. You can buy some pretty cheap tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I feel like I got to hook up too.
Ooh.
I'll tell you after the pod.
Ooh.
It's not like you're getting a still of a deal, but you're definitely getting a deal compared to buying it on those sites.
Okay, yeah. Oh
Those
my
sites.
goodness.
It's like, oh my God, this ticket is $120. Awesome. Go to checkout. Plus $82 in fees. I'm paying $200 for a $120 ticket. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Convenience fee.
Yeah.
Check.
County fee, fucking
The fee.
city fee.
The fee for the fee.
They charge you a city fee, but battery's not even in Atlanta.
Battery's not included.
Oh. Or is it?
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
You hear that?
Yeah. Little
Oh,
feedback.
that's some playback. Huh?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Housekeeping?
Hopefully that's not going through.
Probably
not. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll roll with it.
So weird. Is it me? Did I say something?
No, it's just doing it on time.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is
I don't know
on
what.
time.
Yeah, that's weird. Let's see. Let's see what we're doing. Everybody, just hang with us. We are live.
What?
It's not doing it anymore.
It's not.
What the fuck? It's for Audacity stupid shit.
You're plugged in all the way, are you? You good? Yeah.
Let's see if it.
Oh, yeah, it is
I don't know
on
what.
time.
Yeah, that's weird. Let's see. Let's see what we're doing. Damn it! What is this bullshit, buddy? Just hang with us. We are live. All right, well, we'll just have to roll with it. Can't restart now. Okay. That's what I was saying. We are live.
We are.
You're live, but are you living?
Ooh.
Go live and experience something live.
Go live live.
Buy your tickets at SeatGeek, but we're not sponsored. But buy your tickets wherever you want to.
No more bird chirp.
I like this little hat. Like the little monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Riding a bike. Oh.
Dude.
You ever with Nazi zombies?
Yeah.
Call of Duty?
Yeah.
What were they called? Were they just monkeys? When you throw them, it would distract all the zombies.
Yeah.
Hi, want to play a game? Or whatever he said.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Ching, ching, ching.
Oh. And there goes the hat.
There's a hat. That's why we can't have anything nice.
Nothing nice.
Nothing nice. So how about you? How was your week? The week's good. We are officially in May.
We are.
Already.
It's not going to be May. It is May.
It is May.
It is May.
I say that all the time, but I don't know fully what it's from. I know it's something with Justin Timberlake.
In Sync. It's going to be May. It's going to be me. He says in the song, but the way he says it, it's going to be May. And then he had May the 4th be with you.
Star Wars.
Cinco De Mayo. Cinco De Mayo, but then it's like, watch out, Revenge of the 5th instead of Revenge of the Sith. I think that's a thing as well, but I'm like, no, it's just 5th of May, bro.
Yeah. 5th of May, dog.
It's
never got into Star Wars.
No, same.
Yeah.
So I watched it. I went through this series, I think maybe twice. And I kind of, there was a few things. I think there's a few good, I suppose, passages in it, you can take from it. But it's like, I'm not a huge fantasy kind of person,
Mm,
so I never really, dove deep.
unless it's in the bedroom.
Ooh,
The fantasy.
yeah. Give it to me now. Give it
One hop this time. Wait, what? What? What are we doing?
Remix.
What are we doing?
But
Man.
yeah, so didn't have a Mexicano on the 5th of May, but I had it on the 6th.
Oh.
Revenge of the 6th.
I can say, no offense to any Hispanic people, but they're not the most timely people. I can say that because I deal with them through work. They're not the most timely people, so it's not late.
Yeah.
Right on time.
There we go.
Yeah.
I just let the meat cook.
Want me to tell you a fun fact about Cinco de Mayo that most
would
Americans don't know?
I would love to know a fun fact about Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican independence. It is the Battle of Puebla, the state of Puebla. So it's not all of Mexico. It was a battle. Mexico, I think it was probably the French, if I have to guess. They're trying to take over everything back then. But strictly the state of Puebla is when they gained their independence. The state of Puebla. Battle of Puebla.
So why is it that
I don't know. Because it's actually like, I forget what month it is. Maybe it's January something or something like that. But yeah, that's the actual Mexican independence.
It's too close to Jesus' birthday.
Oh, Jesus Cristo.
And too close to MLK Day.
Whoa.
They can't fit it in there.
Well, Flag Day somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So
many days.
So many days.
Just eat tacos any day.
Yeah, I could.
Oh,
I realized that, like some form of a Mexican bowl, I could eat every day of my life.
Yeah,
like the Chipotle, Moe's, Willie's style. Every day of my life, I think I could. I didn't think I was a basic eater like that because I do. I mean, I've tried to meal prep time and time again. Man, after the third day of eating the chicken I cooked on Monday, and it's Wednesday or third, like
yeah,
that dried chicken, God,
the nitty gritty. Got to get into it.
You almost don't cook it all the way on Monday, and then when you reheat it, you finish cooking it on Wednesday for it to only. Otherwise, it's just chalk. Fried chicken, thigh, leg. Yeah.
Was the chick organic?
It's in fact doesn't matter. It's still dry. What about fried chicken? Like bone-in fried chicken. What's your favorite piece?
Ooh.
There's only one, maybe two answers to this. If you answer wrong, I might not talk to you again.
The wing?
Okay, that's fair.
I think. Yeah.
I'm a thigh guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like everything in life. Yeah.
No, the thigh is good.
Juicy thigh. Yeah. Oh. Dark juicy thigh. Wing's good too. The last thing I guess you're Chew Garçon, ass boy. I gotta be the thigh guy in the chicken because I am not the breast guy in the chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, other animals different, but I'm talking about cows. I love milk. Okay, it's like, oh, did I tell you?
You did not tell
mention
me.
this on the Honduras thing we were talking about the other day because it's more like somber. But some of the cooler experiences, I drank fresh, raw, unpasteurized milk.
You bastard.
With a brownie.
Oh my goodness.
It was a delicious brownie too. But yeah.
I can only imagine. My dad was his parents were dairy farmers. So he tells me about like the actual fresh, like from the teat, that milk. Just it's got like a little bit of cream on top of it as well. And then the cheese that they had, just raw, unfiltered, like banging.
Yeah, so we ate chili at the guy who owns the ranch's house. They cooked chili for us, and they had the shredded cheddar like normal, put in your chili, but then he brought out some fresh. I would never put normally I'd never put mozzarella in my chili, but that's what oh my god, it was their fresh farm cheese. I almost had more cheese than chili. After the chili,
you want some chili with your cheese, John?
Oh man, it was so good. Oh my god! And then they had some fresh salsa too.
See, I think that's because I know we've spoken about it the past few weeks, maybe month or so. Like I don't know, had a calling to go to Central America or something like that. I've had some friends go recently, especially to Costa Rica. Like all of a sudden, it's just there. It's in my face, and I'm like, my friends are going like, okay, cool.
Maybe
but
next
like
time.
when they put on their stories, and it's like the food that they put on, I'm like, that looks just you don't even have to ask. It's like that looks like so fresh, so fresh and so clean. It looks like fantastic, and food can affect you. Big time.
Yeah.
And when you eat really good fresh food, make you feel good.
Body's not used to it though.
Oh,
Could have adverse reactions. I may or may not have been very worried about drinking that milk after the fact. When I Googled, someone asked me, like, what does the pasteurization do? I was like, I know it's a filter process, but I don't know for sure what it does. And then when I Googled it, it said it is a filtering process, and it takes out the, not inequalities, what is it called? Takes out like the impurities in the milk, as well as the bacteria. I was like, because essentially they boil it up to a certain temperature and it kills everything off. So when you don't do that, it's just fresh raw. So I was like, I've got a wedding to serve in a couple of days. That might not be the best decision, but we're good. It was nothing. I didn't experience anything like I did when I came back from Mexico. Thank God. Thank God. But yeah, it's, oh my God, it's thick and it's creamy. I mean, if he would have offered, I would have drank it straight from the cow's teat. I have no issue doing that. But like, it was slightly cold. But it is like it was so thick. Like it's like you let a milkshake melt.
Oh,
that thick. Like it was.
Imagine. Well, you said you had a brownie with it, like dipping
Oreo
cookies in it.
Oh, chewy chips all the way. Yeah,
that's it. You like the chewy, not the crunchy.
I'm not the crunchy guy. No,
that's fair enough. Yeah, I think I am too.
Yeah,
like hot chewy.
Oh, I've never been hot and chewy. That has nothing to do with this, but I've never ate Krispy Kreme with the light on.
You know what? I don't think. No.
I've heard it's delicious. They melt in your mouth, but I've never done it.
You know when that.
But I tell you what, a little Krispy Kreme with the hot light on and a glass of sweet raw milk. Whoa. Oh.
That sounds like a heck of an experience.
I don't know how to say boob in Cajun French, but maybe I'm that garçon. I'm not chou garçon. You're chou garçon. I don't know what boob is in Cajun French.
Right, we'll take it.
Melons?
Oh, melon. Melon garçon.
Melon chou. No. What? Boob ass. No. Sorry, what did you say? You say a boob ass.
You got nipples on the bum? A little milk that ass.
I mean, that's kind of how a cow is, I guess. Their udders are way back there.
That's true.
Yeah. They just sit on their udders. Poor cows. Yeah. Just sitting on your tits. Melon. I actually don't know. I'm going to have to look that. I'm going to have to find that out.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm trying to think of all the things we say. There's so many names in Cajun French that we just spit.
Breast?
Yeah.
I just know the guy. The
Titon.
Titon?
Yeah, so like.
Ooh, Titon Garçon?
Like the Titon Garçon. Sacre bleu. Titon Garçon.
Yeah, I like that.
Tit boy. Blue boy.
We just got to find Aaron's now. What Garçon is he?
Yeah. Tall Garçon. He likes to talk.
Yeah.
I'm to find out tall too.
Tall and
Grand's big, not necessarily tall.
Grand Garçon.
Big boy.
Big boy.
That's what my grandpa used to call me when I was a kid.
What, Grand Garçon?
Grand. Just big. Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, it is Teton because I always say that the national park is named wrong. It's not Grand Teton.
Oh.
The reason why it is T-E-T, it's Teton, is because the mountains look like two boobs.
Ah.
So they just pronounce it wrong. It should be Grand Teton National Park, not Grand Teton in Wyoming or Montana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Next time, every time you think about it, it's Teton.
I've
Man,
never.
that's it, Teton.
Okay.
A nice pair of Tetons. Teton Garçon.
Look at the Tetons in there.
Sir, what do you have an erection? Man, look at them Tetons right there.
It's nature. Come on. It's natural.
No, so you guys know part of my trip was Honduras, but the other part was back to Louisiana. And I never did have a strong Louisiana accent. I still say words like ball, all.
Tall.
Recently got picked on saying literally. The way I say literally is weird. I don't think it's Cajun. I just think I say it weird. Gorgeous.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Like G-A-R-G kind of.
Everyone, I think all my friends know I say it weird. They just never told me.
It's not weird. It's just different, John.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I say aluminium for crying out loud.
Gorgeous. And vitamins.
Yeah, vitamins. Yeah.
I say aluminium for crying out loud. That was aluminum for all Americans listening.
Yeah, when you take a U out of the word for no reason. I don't know why. No idea. You actually spell it without a U.
So,
or something. One of the. It's got to be different.
It's got to be May.
We have to have a whole new dictionary just because you want to take letters out of words. Come on, man.
What are some other words that
like color? You don't have a U in color.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember when I did like a little college course over here because I was going to go into like a tech and I did English class and I did it was just normal stuff and I was like spelling it the Queen's English, spelling it normal and getting back and there was red marks on it. I'm like, no, this is correct. You want me to bring my dictionary? I was like 18, 19, and I'm like, quite sure it's spelled color correctly. I'm not,
it's like gray too. Grey, Gray.
Yeah, yep. But there's other things, like neighbor. A lot of U's are left out.
Just the spelling. Sometimes it's not phonetically
a lot
different.
Of spellings, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm different that way, John.
Both different.
We can be different together.
One time, so going back to what I was saying, I spent some time in Louisiana, and I know I don't have a strong Louisiana accent, but I forgot, like my friends and some of my family, like I forgot how strong theirs was, and so I guess I just paid more attention to it on this trip. But yeah, a few of my family members, I was like, wow, they really do have a strong accent. So I had this idea that one of these podcasts, I'm just gonna manually turn mine on.
Ooh.
But exaggerate it because I never had a very strong one. But yeah,
see that
turn it on, just talk like this the whole podcast. Yeah, like,
I love the guy that I watched, the Louisiana Chef. I think he's like Ralphie something or other, but he gets the almost like a hibachi looking kind of griddle kind of thing and throws the chicken on it. He's throw my Cajun season on now, y'all.
Come on now, y'all.
With a lemon pepper now, y'all.
So different parts of Louisiana say different things. Like y'all, the way he says y'all though. Come on now, y'all.
Y'all. He's like, put that rice on now, baby. I love it. It's so
there's a port.
Slap a butter on there now, y'all.
There's a port just south of where my parents live, that I feel like they all say bruh.
Oh, really?
Come on now, bruh. What you mean, bruh? Tell me what you mean, bruh. Or something. I don't know why. They just say bruh. I don't know. I don't get it. It's bruh. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a podcast where I just talk all occasional time. You have
to like dress like a proper Cajun too.
Oh.
You should be like the fella from
Waterboy.
Yeah,
overalls,
yeah,
white shirt
with the hat.
Let my nipples out.
Yeah,
let them free. Y'all better tune into YouTube for that episode. Getting a free show.
You have to go cross-eyed too.
What do you?
The whole podcast, John.
What are you talking about, man? Who's that? Is that Coach Ogeron on the PB&J podcast? What team will all be go Tigers? You see what I'm talking about here?
It's a great. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah. There's always a sentence. Like I fear people who do some impressions. They try to think of a sentence to where they can get their brain engaged to that accent or that. What the hell I'm talking about here? That what am I thinking? When they copy someone, impersonation.
Oh yeah.
They always say a sentence, and so like the podcast I used to listen to years ago, I don't listen to it anymore. But it was he would do it. I think it's a Scottish accent or an Irish accent. He's like, at least let me comb my hair. It's all wide and bushy. Like that's how he would do that accent
to get in there.
Mm-hmm. So like my Cajun accent is, Mesha, I'm gonna grab my pirogue and we're gonna go down to the bayou. Like that's my sentence, and then I could just turn it on. Man, I could turn it on. I start saying "sha" all the time, man. Sha, bonjour. I have to anybody I get like not close to in a sense, but like good friends with. I'll start explaining the word "sha." I've said it before on the podcast. It's a term of endearment, and you can use it for anything.
Yeah, I second that because like obviously I have an English accent, but it's not like
no way.
You can't be like that's where you're from. Mm-hmm. Like I haven't got a Scouse accent. I haven't got a Mancunian. A lot of people think I would sound like a Londoner. Like I'm the furthest thing from a Londoner. I don't sound like I'm from Newcastle, like a Geordie. It's like a mixture. So it's like you can't really pin. My accent's kind of like.
Is it blended?
It's blended and bland.
Do you think it always was like that, or only when you moved here and it?
No, I think it was always like that.
Always like that, yeah.
Because there's obviously in the UK, you can travel 20, 30 miles and the accent is completely different. You might be able to do it in some parts here, where you can pick up, but it's like it's dramatically different. Like when you hear the Scouse accent. Yeah.
I thought they were Scottish Cajuns, to be honest.
And they're part Irish as well, so it's like Irish and English mixed with. It's like, calm down. And then you got the Manc accent, which is a little bit of Yorkshire as well. It's like a little bit slower, a little bit slower. A little bit.
You remind me again, Scouse, Liverpool area.
Yeah, Scouse, Liverpool,
which is north.
Yes, okay. Yeah, northwest. So like where I grew up was like in between Manchester and Liverpool, a little bit south as well. So not as south as Birmingham, but Birmingham speak like Ozzy Osbourne, like
How accurate is Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders.
That's pretty accurate.
Very accurate. Okay. Yeah.
I can understand that one pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe
because it's like
pronunciation.
Some of them, they enunciate and they're a little bit slower as well. Scouse are like fast forward. They are, and then the Manc or like Yorkshire accent is kind of slow, a little bit slow, a little bit fluffy, kind of
fluffy.
But then you have the London accent, which is I'm not even going to do it. I don't even. Oh.
Is it what is like Cockney?
Cockney's like London.
London.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's like different dialects even in London.
Yes.
Like you have like the street slang and then proper.
Okay. Yeah. But a lot of people when I moved over here, people like Cockney is. They think Cockney is like posh speech, and it's like Cockney's like Cockney slang. It's like it's lock, stock, and two smoking barrels, kind of like bees and honey for money kind of stuff. Like that's more so Cockney. But then you've got like the posh and the proper people who have tea time, and they pronounce all their T's and dot all over their I's.
Sounds like Savannah, Georgia.
Something like
proper
that.
Southern.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have.
I don't associate with those people.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink Earl Grey. Earl Grey tea. Keep that away from me.
Oh, is that Earl Grey? Earl Grey's up in here.
You're setting a status for yourself if you order Earl Grey. My mum does it, and I'm like, mother, stop it. We are not those people. I'll have the Earl Grey. No, I'm gonna have a Yorkshire tea, please. And a biscuit.
Blue collar.
I won't have a scone. I'll have a biscuit, please.
Oh, scone.
Scone. Yeah.
Proper scone with my tea.
It is fantastic, but
What's a scone? Like, what is
It's a scone is it's kind of like it's like a biscuit over here, like a fluffy kind of like. But you would love it. I need to take you to. It's not something I do because it's a bit posher in England, but it's like high tea. So it's like a it's like a tea time. but you have like little confection, like you have a few. You might have macaroons and stuff like that. A few little like really nice biscuits. Then you have scones with like clotted cream. And this clotted cream is fantastic. And you have some honey on it as well, and bits and pieces. And then you have some like small sandwiches, like, you know, cut up in quarters or something like that. But it's like really nice. It's a nice, just kind of like snacky. That's what tea time was. It was never like a meal. It was kind of like a snacky kind of thing. Yeah, that's. I don't feel right when I do high tea because I'm not the high tea, not from the high tea area.
That makes sense.
You know, you can't go to high tea with like dirty fingernails and like, sorry, I can't. You know, been messing about. I've been doing the work in the back that, you know, maybe I shouldn't be at the front.
I'm below this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's where I cross the line is Earl Grey tea. No, stop it.
I don't even like Earl. I tried to drink it. I'm not a fan.
No, I don't.
It's too like herby, I guess. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Not a fan.
It doesn't taste like the ground.
I go with straight chai.
Ooh.
Or I'll just do like, there's like, used to be at the coffee shop here that closed. It was some kind of like Paris something tea.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty good. It was a little sweet, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like a good tea.
Yeah. I'll need to do a proper tea time for us.
Tea time.
Tea time.
What's it normally like 2 or 3 o'clock after dinner, after lunch, or?
A lot of people will do it after dinner.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a commoner kind of thing, because trying to think,
working folk are busy during the
day. So. Yeah. It's more so like a later on kind of thing. I think the higher ups, they'll do it around about, in between lunch and
whenever. Got nothing to do.
Yeah.
High tea time.
Yeah. Whenever the little bird comes out the clock. It must be tea time.
That's what our mics were doing earlier. Beep, beep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Beep, beep. They're like, get back to work. Now it's our time for tea.
Get back in the barn now.
Exactly.
Are our horses ready to go play polo? I don't understand that sport whatsoever.
Yeah, that's mine too. Yeah. There's a few questionable sports that come from the motherland, and yeah, I'm not quite on board, I'll say.
Same. Yeah.
So, John, if you won the lottery, I think I may have asked you this before or not, but I don't know if he's on the pod. Do you take the whole thing there and then, or do you play the long game and do you take it bit by bit? Because say, for instance, isn't it, if you win, say you win 100 mil, if you take it there and then and you pay all the taxes and all that kind of stuff, it comes out to be what, half of it maybe?
Yeah, about half.
And then if you play the long game, you essentially get
the full.
You do get the full over. What is it like? Is it 30 years or 20
something
years?
Like
something like that.
Yeah.
What do you do? You win 100 mil. You win a ticket right now, and you 100 mil.
Lump sum. Yeah.
You walk away with
lump
50?
Sum, because say I walk away with 50, if I put 10 of that in a pretty good basic interest, 8 to 10% interest per year, I think I could live off of $800,000 a year on interest. Just on 10 million, I still have 40 million.
Oh, that's true.
And I'm going to diversify it. I'll split it apart. But yeah, I take the lump sum because I can make the money. I can turn that. I have faith, not just myself. I would hire people too, of course. But like pretty confident I could turn that into more than even the lump sum was. So think so. So give me all your money this is not trading advice, but give me all your money and I'll invest it. Please don't. Actually, it's been rough.
I'm giving him $10 today.
$10, make it hollow. Yeah, I would take the lump sum.
Yeah. I was thinking about it because I heard it on something. And I was like, I actually I really had to question it because I look at money differently now than I do or than I did like 5 or 10 years ago or something like that. So essentially, if you were, and
they do cover inflation too. If you take the yearly.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they also cover inflation.
Because I would probably go on the side of playing the long game.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is, I mean, you were literally set for 30 years, so it's not like you'll ever go broke.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Say for instance, you win 100 mil, and then do you get the whole thing? Say if you play the long game, or do you have to pay a little bit of?
You have to probably pay taxes per year.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be taxed on 100 mil. You're going to be taxed on, say, if it's 30, then you're getting 3 point something a year. You'll be taxed just on the 3 point something. So you end up with, $1.8 million or something like that. If I make that a year, sign me up. What is that? 12 months, 1.8, $100 and something thousand a month. Pretty good.
You'd be able to take care of a lot of people.
Yes. Yeah.
And live well.
Yeah. If you made $1.8 million for 30 years, that's easily, as long as you're not stupid, generational wealth. Like, easily. Even the lump sum, too. Like, you hear all these horror stories because you have people who are winning it. We know the people who religiously buy a lottery ticket. They might not make the best choices in life. But you hear these horror stories like, oh, the millionaire who won the lottery is now broke. It's like, yeah, because you gave someone with no financial discipline a shitload of money.
Yeah.
What do you expect is going to happen? They're going to die or they're going to be broke.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the biggest disappointment to me is when the whole lottery thing is, and I don't know how I'd ever react if I'd win it because I've never been there, but like, I technically don't deserve that money because I just won it, right? So
yeah.
That would be a little weird for me, almost like a survivor's guilt kind of feeling. Because you're like, I mean, I don't really deserve it, but I want it, so.
But you could go in a little bit anti-government kind of stuff here. With that money that you're getting, you could directly affect a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't get it either way. I think that was why I was looking at it as I'd play the long game, because I'd be like, I know I can live off. Of course, you're going to want a few things here and there. But like, you go into Honduras, imagine you took 100 grand of that to the village or something, and you were able to, create something there for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much better and not easier, but just more, clean water kind of thing. You'd be able to affect people directly.
Climate controlled buildings. But 100 grand where I went, oh my God. You could build a city with 100 grand, like damn near.
Yeah. So I think that was where I was going, is like looking at what you could do for other people directly. Because, I mean, I'm about charity, but there's a lot of charities that aren't about charity.
Yep.
It's like the percentages that go to, you put $1 to this charity, and it's like, what, 50 cents? Maybe goes to...
Because the best businesses in the world, nonprofits. And they're not always trustworthy. You are correct.
It's sad.
You got to pay their employees somehow.
Exactly.
Sometimes a little too much.
Gotta pay the electricity in those mansions.
Was it Goodwill? Goodwill's the most successful business in the world.
Oh, is it?
Because they don't pay for any of their overhead. Everything's donated.
Wow, yeah.
So you're getting a deal. You bought a shirt for $3, but guess what? They didn't pay anything for that.
Yeah.
They have their electricity and their employees. And any Goodwill I've ever been to, there's like 2 people working. So
yeah.
they're not making a high salary. Now, the board, probably a different story, but
Yeah.
that's genius.
But I think that's why if I can directly, help someone as opposed to putting something, I'm all for putting something to charity, but it's like you just never know
Mm-hmm.
where that money goes. But if you see someone that's hungry or needs something, and it's like, you buy groceries for someone or something, it's directly going to them and helping them. It's like that's the kind of charity I think the world needs more of. But it's just, I mean, you kind of have to go out of your way to look for that. I think, you can donate your time, which is always good. But if I just had an abundance of money, you could just go and affect an area or thousands of people. Because life's tough. Like when you came back and you told me the few bits and pieces about Honduras, I'm like, I love it that they're so happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic, but it's like that happiness almost deserves something. It deserves a little bit better than what they're getting now.
Mm-hmm.
It deserves, them to have a wardrobe or something, some clean clothes, some clean water, some,
a couch like that to sit on. Like
proper
we
plumbing.
bought this. Well, I'd say I guess in the podcast. But, bought it for cheap, right?
Yeah,
and they don't have anything close to that. Not even to sleep on.
Yeah,
like
it's
sleeping on the dirt with a blanket maybe as cushion. Like, yeah, and it is all perspective, but it is a beautiful thing that they're so happy.
It is, yeah.
That's one of my biggest takeaways. We talk about it actually at work because we just wanted to fill everybody in of what we had. So one of the guys I went with, he created a slideshow of all of our pictures and just letting people, get a glimpse of what we saw. And the sad part is like some of the worst things we saw, we didn't take pictures because that's not.
You don't want to. No. You don't need to.
Don't need to. It's kind of, you need to be in the moment of it. And also like, that's not kind of like the taking pictures of what we saw. Like, we're not trying to use someone's, what's the saying? Don't use someone's like neglect for reward or whatever. Saying, right? Yeah. Like, excuse me. Yeah, it was just like, okay, I'm not even taking my phone out because it's like, I just want to be in this moment kind of thing.
But, yeah, don't use someone's negative for your own positive.
Right. And that's one of the realities of the like the mission the guy set up, the missionary that he set up is, he's like, how do I show people what's going on without showing them? So I don't want, I take a picture of this family. I don't want, the crazy thing is a lot of people have phones there, even though they might not have much, they still have a phone. And they have Facebook, which is crazy to me. But yeah, they have Facebook.
Oh, wow.
The government, communistic government allows them to have phones and Facebook. It's like, what if they get on my page and they see that I used their family to try to raise me? Like, that's kind of insulting, Mm-hmm. He's like, so I can't do that. But how do you show people without showing people? He said the only way is to get people to come.
Okay.
The good thing is, he was telling us like he's got quite a bit of like groups coming that were wanting to come help and stuff. So he was actually he was going to be having a lot of help going on in the weeks after we left, probably around now actually. So,
look, John's on the ground. Let's kick him while he's down and take a video. No. Yeah.
Even some of the pictures I took, I was like, God.
Yeah. I kind of, when you see on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is, like the people who go and help the homeless people, they'll go and give them food or something like that. It's fantastic, but it's like sometimes it irks me that they have to film it and then put it up. It's like, just be a good person. If you're going to do that, you don't have to. I've done it before, but I haven't got my phone out and took a picture with the guy and, or whatever it might be. But it's like, it's great, but I don't get the, you're putting them out on camera, showing the face, it's invasion of privacy. They're not in a good place. And you're like, oh no, look at me being.
I'm giving a homeless guy $20. Like,
Captain Hero.
Yeah, like
I
It's kind of like the paying it forward thing in the drive-through, or even paying for someone's dinner. Like I'm not saying this to brag, you know me. I'm
Yeah.
not saying this to brag, but like a few times I have paid for like a veteran's meal or something at a restaurant. See him, so I just pay for theirs. But I'll tell the waitress like, do not tell them it was for me. I don't want to know. I don't want them to know. Like I just want them to know, like, hey, someone took care of you today.
Yeah.
Same thing with the drive-through. If I'm like, pay it forward, I would like to pay for the people behind me, unless it's like fucking $40 in the drive-through. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm trying to get my shit and go. So I don't want them to try to stop me or nothing like that. Like, no, just tell the people behind me someone paid for their meal. Doesn't have to be me. Don't tell them it was my car. It's like I don't want the acknowledgement. I just want to do it. Like, and I actually haven't done it in a while, so that's something I'm thinking I'm gonna do pretty soon. Like when I'm in that opportunity.
It's
the little things.
It is, and I don't know. Don't want to sound. I don't know. It's not weird. It's just, when you get those feelings like you should do something, or someone will come up to you and ask for help, and you just knock it away or pretend not to listen or something like that. But I think the past few months, I've kind of looked at things a little bit differently and given it more time. I thought about it a bit more, and it's like, even if you just hear the people out or something like that, or I think it makes, it's not that it makes you feel good, but it makes you feel human. I think, and it's inhumane. It's rude just to walk by like you never heard someone, and it's like someone's in trouble, or someone could do a little bit of help. And you as well, like even with friends, if someone needs a little bit of help, it could be financially, but it could be just an ear to listen or something like that. Sometimes and it's just the past couple of months I've had an instinct of like, I should do something here. I don't know what it is, but it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy someone a sandwich, or they need some money, and if you can offer and help. This person really needs a conversation because they haven't got anyone to speak to. So I can go and do that. So what are you losing there? Nothing. You're just being a human, and you're trying to help someone in some way. So it's I find it a little bit cringy when people put it on video and all that kind of stuff. It's great. I'm really happy that you're helping people, but don't try and help yourself as well at the same time. But that's, I suppose on the whole lottery kind of thing is like the abundance of money. I'd love to have a load so it could go far, to help a lot of other people. Because I'm starting to see money in a different way, in a whole different. It's like it brings out evil.
It does.
It really does, and you can obsess over it, and you can. I could go on for hours about it, but it's.
Well, that's the thing with money too, and I had a conversation a while back with a couple of good friends. We were talking about how, kind of like the money and fame of this one guy, he kind of turned into a dick, and it was like, my question to them was, I don't even know if this is an answerable question, because I think personally, I'm going to preface this saying I think it's a bit of both. But the question was, do you think the money brought out something that was already there, or did the money actually turn him into like a power craver in the sense of more? And we talked about it a while, and like at the end of the conversation, I feel like it's a little bit of both. It could be the fact that it was already there and the money just magnified it, or it legit could have changed someone. Like it could change someone.
I could see it changing someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see. I mean, you always you always hear about those people that, oh, I'm not going to let money change me. And then they do, and then they go and ball out of control, and
and they're quick to let you know what they have, and it's all right.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, they flex.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you've got it and that's what you want to do, okay. But it's like the people who knew you in your childhood or whatever, or the close people, they probably feel a certain way about that. Because just like you said, has that always been in them? And your close friends or whatever, you don't think it was in them because maybe they were a different person before, and then blam, 2 hours later they signed a contract and they've got more money on their frigging pinky ring than your whole bloody cul-de-sac, is worth, or something like that, and you don't know them like that. So yeah, I think there can be, and there's a power. There's a power to money as well. It's definitely a power, but I think that's where I see the evil is, like, in the power. People love power, and then they love to take that power. And it's like, I don't want to sound like not grateful to to have to have money and save, and but it's taking it to the next level of where it just consumes, and it kind of you just start thinking about you. I think that's why a lot of people, I think, they get divorced as well, is because it comes to money. It's like, God, money can do this to relationships and
because
families.
What's the first conversation? How much am I getting, or how much are you getting, or how much are you taking from me, or how much am I giving up? Like, that's the first thing. Get the lawyers.
You're taking them to the cleaners.
Yeah, who's taking what? That's how Jeff Bezos' wife became the richest woman overnight. Like, it is insane. It's insane. It really is crazy what money can do.
Yeah.
It's also crazy too when you, like, speaking for both of our, and even Aaron too, like, we all work really hard, and we're prideful for what we have, because we worked really hard for it. Nothing was given to us. But I feel, and this might be a hot take, I don't know any. No, that's a lie. I know a couple of wealthy people that I know them enough personally to know they're hard workers, and they are not the ego, power driven people. They're the most down to earth. They will most, like, blessing people there, or like, they will bless anybody. And if anybody's struggling, they'll do it. Like
the generosity is there with them.
Yeah. And one of them for sure I knew, not before he had any money, but kind of the beginning. And then now I see him, and it's like, no, he's the same guy. He's the same guy that doesn't have to, but will still roll up his sleeves and bust his ass. It's not his role now, and he doesn't have to do it to survive and provide for his family. He'll still do it. And money hasn't changed him at all. And then another guy, he made most of his wealth earlier in his life, but I know him really well. He's an older gentleman, and he is an amazing person, like, absolute, just very amazing person. I love being around him because it seems like he doesn't realize he's doing it, but he'll just say some shit, and it's like, wow, that's like strong wisdom, like, you just said that as a throwaway, and it's like, oh, wow. So I feel like my hot take, and I don't think it is a hot take, I feel like if you are a hard worker and you have that in you and you get wealthy one day, I don't think you can change to be that negative person. I think it's in you just to be very humble.
Yeah.
Whereas, if it's I know the stigma, stereotypical, hedge fund baby, there's a stigma there, spoiled brat kind of thing. And stereotypes and stigmas exist for a reason. Not saying they're all like that, but there is I didn't really earn this money, and, my daddy will sue you kind of thing. I don't know. But I can honestly say I don't think I have any friends like that.
I think I've known a few people like that, but it's not in my nature to be around people like that. Yeah. So, you can make your better judgment.
It's crazy how money and finances in general is kind of taboo to talk about too.
Yeah.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Like you're talking about helping out people, like even in a financial way. Even some of your closest friends who have struggles going on financially will not tell you. Legit, will not tell you.
Pride.
Yeah. Money is very prideful. It causes someone to be very prideful.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not saying I'm on the opposite side of that. I'm probably on the same side too. Like if I'm in a struggle, I wouldn't say anything either until I'm gasping for air.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird how it's definitely taboo. A lot of envy in money. Oh, what do they have? Look what they have now. Oh, they bought a new car. Oh, they just moved to a new house. Like, does that affect you? No, not one bit. Doesn't affect you one bit. That's one thing I will say I have stopped. I used to be that type of person. Like, oh, yeah, it must be nice. You know, the must be nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have legit taken a conscious approach to be like, I especially the last few months, probably the last half year, I'm just happy for people, you know? Like, good for you.
Yeah.
You know, good for you. I can honestly say I don't get very envious of people like I used to. I mean, I think everybody has a phase like that.
I can second that as well. Probably pretty recently, probably within the last couple of years, really. You know, when you're happy, it's like don't try and bring your day down or something because someone's got a Ferrari next to you and you're like, look at this, you know, person who might have worked really hard. They might have worked really hard and they've earned that. It's like, why are you putting a negative twist on it? Or it could be a kid who's just, you know, got daddy's money or whatever. But it's like, okay, well, that was what was given to him. So it's like, well, if that was given to you, you're not going to take it? You're going to take it. Don't be silly. But it's like, just like you said, just be happy for them. Just be happy for them. Hopefully they're doing something good with it. But hopefully hopefully they're doing what they want with it as well.
Yeah.
You know, people have different values and we're all different. We have different opinions. And like me and Aaron were talking a couple of weeks ago, it's like, you know, we have opinions and you have an opinion. Everyone has an opinion. We all have different preferences. So it's like, leave them to it. Leave them to it. And if it's not directly affecting you or someone, you know, you see it's like, it's not punching someone in the face. It's like, let them do what they're going to do. And then, you know, if they're doing something stupid, probably turn back around and play out.
Smacking them around.
Yeah.
Or Cormo smack them around.
That's the thing. But yeah, just I think being a happy, positive, just trying not to bring yourself down. And even in the gym, like me, I was always a skinny one. I still see myself as skinny. But it's like, you know, I see the big guys and I used to be like, what's he doing? And now I'm like, no, focus on myself. And he puts in work. He's putting in work just like I'm putting in work. He might be doing something different, but it's like he's still putting in work. Like these people who, it's a stigma when I hate it when I say it because I've had ex-friends and they're ex-friends because of these reasons, but you know, someone will come into the gym and they're trying to better themselves. You know, the heavier set people come into the gym, start, and the people who are in shape, and you know, they're kind of like, oh, look at this, blah, blah, blah. They won't even stick to this. They're already putting something negative on it. I'm like, we're all trying to start, or we started somewhere. You know, the main thing is people trying to better themselves. You know, be happy for them trying to better themselves. Or they're trying to better themselves by getting a better job or something like that. Be happy for them. You know, don't put a negative thing on it. You know, so it's straight away like that was the gym thing, and like I'd feel disheartened because I was small and some people were big and stuff. But it's like, they work hard for it. Someone drops 100 pounds. It's like, well done, work hard for it. Don't be envious of that. You know, it's people might take shortcuts and stuff. And you don't have to. It works out for some people. It doesn't work out for others. Yeah. But it's like you got to kind of just stay in your lane. and focus on yourself, because I think that's when you start looking at other people, it's like, well, where are you now? Like, do you even know which lane you're going in anymore?
You're so focused on somebody else, you forgot that you derailed your own life, like
Exactly.
because of negativity.
Yeah.
Like I think that's one thing for me with hate. Like, I've already said it so many times, but like most of my close friends, they know, like, I don't hate anybody, because that means I would have to go out of my way and take my own happiness away to despise someone to the fact where I can't stand them. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
What good would that do for me? Absolutely nothing. Takes more time out of myself for being happy. And like, I've even randomly, a lot of my older friends from high school or so, like people that I was close to, I've sent them random DMs on Instagram. Like, they put a story or something like that. Like, I just want to know that, I want you to know I'm a big fan. Like, I'm a big fan of what you're doing, and I hope you're still succeeding, whatever. And might have a small talk conversation back and forth. That was it. Like, I don't do that for any other reason than just to be happy for someone. Like, there's no point in hating. I just don't get it. And I say all this, and it's like pot calling the kettle black. It's something I used to do a lot. Like, I used to hate on people for no reason, but I can honestly say that I have cut out a lot of it. From time to time, I might still do it in my head. Don't say it out loud or verbalize it out loud, but it's like, nah, let me check myself. Like, they're doing what they need to do.
I think that's very important, is that you realize when you do it, and you're like, because no one's perfect. No one's gonna, sunshine every day, butterflies. It's like, no, there's gonna be points, and you just gotta, before you let it affect you, you gotta check yourself, just like you said, and be like, no, stop it. That's it's not worth it. It's not worth bringing a dark cloud into your brain. So you got to try and find the sunshine.
That sun is poking through one of those clouds.
It is.
It always is. So one of my, after we were talking about telling everybody about the trip and stuff, one of the guys asked, like, share one big thing that you like. What's one thing that affected you the most? And sharing it, I talked about the orphanage last podcast, and then that village too, just with nothing. My biggest takeaway to tell was, I shared with everybody, was I realized that, number one, they were people who, granted, it's because of an ignorance, because they don't know what life could be, just because they don't have that possibility or anything, but they have nothing or hardly anything, but yet they're happy. The kids at the orphanage, with literally talking about people who abandoned them, that were supposed to love them their entire life, abandoned them, but they were so happy. Like, we immediately got there and they came out and they were hugging us, and like, they were just happy. They came and hugged us all, and like started playing soccer and stuff like that. Hide and seek. They love hide and seek. Can't speak Spanish, but when you know a kid does, and then they start counting uno, dos, tres. It's like, okay, hide and seek. We're doing hide and seek. Those kids too were ecstatic. So that's kind of like the first thing of, like, they have nothing, but yet they're so happy. And then the second thing is, what I could take from it here is there are some things, and I alluded to at the end of the podcast when Aaron asked his motivational inspiration question, but our statement to say, like, I feel like at the end of the day, happiness is a choice. No matter what negative thing happens, and it could completely derail your life, depending on how severe it is, happiness is still a choice. So those people, even though they do have ignorance, because they don't know what a different life could look like, they still chose to be happy. They got 10 pounds of beans and 10 pounds of rice, and that lasted them a week for a family of 12 or 10. Like, they were happy. They were tickled pink, like they say, So, yeah, happiness is definitely a choice. And I feel like I've done a pretty, here's the thing. Here's like the confession time for John. Like, I was legit, only have 2.
Oh,
I was legit the negative Nancy in my life at one time. I was the guy that was always negative, and you've got a small glimpse of it since I moved here. But I'm only negative to myself now, and even then. Even now, it's just like little subtle, self-confidence jokes. I feel like I've done a really good job the past few months of not doing that nearly as much as I used to. But I used to be the negative guy on everything. I was the negative guy, like self-deprecating humor, and even not even self-deprecating, but just used humor as the defense mechanism. Like I was the negative guy. And
John Pessimist Pinson.
Yeah, that's what it was. I covered it up and said I was a realist, but it's just pessimistic, But all that to say, for me to say, if I can change, anybody can change. Anybody can choose to be happy. Because Aaron and I were talking at the gym today. Like this is starting like 3 or 4 months ago. Maybe I've made a subconscious effort to say I'm happy, but this is the happiest I've been in my entire life. Because there's nothing, even the negatives that come up, like it's like, okay, I know I got to handle it. I know I got to process it.
Find a way around it.
Yeah. Way around it, way through it. Yeah, happiness is definitely a choice.
Speak to the big man.
The big man, indeed.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah.
Just to even level yourself out.
Get humbled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just even talking it through with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you hearing the words, it's like, oh wow, I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here. Just do a few steps and we're good.
Yep.
Might take a few hours of the day or something like that, or maybe a few minutes, or not even at all, 10 seconds. But it's like, I've definitely caught myself doing that where I'm like, I feel the urge of frustration. It's like, why? That's the negative straight away. And every now and then I still catch myself doing that, but it's not like I used to. I was probably similar to that. I'm a little bit older now, you got
a few years on me.
I got a few grays in this in this mop of hair that I've got. But yeah, especially when I was younger, I'd find that, and I just latch onto it. So easy.
It's easy.
It's so easy.
I think that's why a lot of people do it. Because it is so easy.
Yeah.
It's, if you want to relate it to the religious aspect with envy and jealousy being a sin, right? I feel like that's one of the strongest sins that you can do, because it's so easy. I think the easiest thing you can do is be jealous.
It's funny you brought that up, because there was something a few weeks ago that irked me. There's someone I've known for a while over here, and I hardly ever go on Facebook, but I posted something from the Caged brand, and I was on there and I was like, I'll flick through here, and I never knew this person like this, so deep. It was kind of like the surface level. Saw them every now and then, spoke about sports or something, but they put on their status one of those change my mind, things, and it's like, sin is man-made. Change my mind. I didn't know how to feel about that. So I was like, I didn't put anything. It still sits with me to this day. I'm like, I almost want to question and be like, all sin? Because sin is everything bad, basically.
Yeah.
So killing, graping, robbing,
affair, cheating,
all of cheating, all of it. And I did not know what to make of that. What would you make of something? I'm almost speechless because I don't know. It's like it hit me out of nowhere. I was like, wait, what? Sin is man-made. Change my mind. It's like, No, seriously?
Yeah, I feel like this is ironic because I had a conversation with someone who used to be uh, a pastor, so very enveloped in theology and stuff. And one of his things, and I after he said this, I was like, yeah, can't poke a hole in that. He said that one of the things about, if you're atheist, right? Said he's like, I don't know many atheists, but people who are atheists, that means you don't believe in anything at all. You're just existing, essentially, right?
Well, you got to believe in nothing.
Yeah, you don't believe in nothing, which technically you believe in something, so that means ipso facto. But he said that my biggest argument about there not being any greater power is, it's ironic he said that he didn't use this sin as an example, but I'll use this guy's post about sin. So you can go anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter if it's, I can name a country, name a continent, go to it. People know that killing other people is wrong. How is that a personal feeling inside of every one of us, but yet it's man-made?
Yeah.
Like in his terms for the sin. Like, so you're telling me that we've all discussed it, so that's how we made sure that it's man-made? Like, some guy said, no, you can't kill thousands of years ago, so now we're not going to kill. Like, no, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's inside every one of us to know that morality is evil. Like, even the place I just left, that it's the highest crime rate per capita, but people aren't just going around killing each other. I mean, in their head, they're trying to justify it, but they still know it's wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's inside every one of us. How is that? That's, to me, that cannot be a man-made thing, because it's inside us. We know not to grape people. We know not to kill people. We know not to rob them. We know not to, I mean, there's pieces of shit in the world, but we know not to cheat on people. People do more than probably any other of the major sins. But even I feel like even the, treat your neighbor how you would want to be treated, that one, like, most people were, I still feel like we're in the majority, like me, you, and Aaron, as far as like giving and things like that, actual caring, like it's who we are. I feel like we're still the majority, even though sometimes this world is like, Jesus Christ, what is it coming to? Are we in the minority? Everybody out for themselves. But even the people who are like, I'm just doing me, whatever. It's like, yeah, but there's still a sense of like giving in them. And so people just don't, like, there are some bitter people in the world for sure. I've come across them myself, but like, no one just goes out and it's like, hey, fuck you to every person they see. No one does that. And if they do, then they probably get their ass beat really quick. But
feel like there's a Joe Pesci, is it? Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck your mother.
Your mother.
But yeah, no one does that.
No.
Because they're just trying to live their life, and
they know that that's not normal. It's not.
It's rude.
Yeah, it's rude. Yeah, it's rude.
And it's not a man that told him that it was rude. It's just you develop over time. Like, you don't want to see someone upset.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's a natural tendency, a natural emotion. Like, oh, I don't want to see them upset, so I'm not going to upset them. Like I said, there are some outliers out there and some real assholes, but for the most part, people, just want to be good.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It just stumped me when I came across it. I almost had to double take, and I was like, I'm not going to waste my energy.
Yeah.
Disliking it. Like,
this guy clearly just made up his mind.
Yeah. When you come out with someone that says change my mind, it's like your mind's already made up. When you've said that, you're just looking for the argument.
Yeah.
But it was like, it had like 40 or 50 comments under it. I'm like, God, I'm not going to look through them, because it just made me speechless straight away. Like, you think it's not like I know this person, like hung out with them one-on-one, but it was more like a group setting kind of thing, and just cool, on the outside, just, when you agree on sports and stuff like that, it's like, oh, it's easy.
Yeah, cool guy.
Yeah. But then, when you see something like that, it's like, I don't even know what to say. It really, like, to this day, I'm like, it'll pop into my head just at a weird time. And I'm like, I'll be at the gym or something, like, sin's man-made. What? And I hadn't asked anyone or told anyone about it until just now, because it's just one of those things that I don't bring up. But it's like, we were talking about it. So I don't know how you get to that stage. And it's like, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's almost like if you talk to him, it's like, what went wrong? What's going on? What went wrong in your life? Like, where are you at? Because I feel like even someone who puts those posts, doesn't even have to be about a religious thing.
No.
Any post, like, change my mind about, not in the funny, goofy way like most people do on Hinge or something in the prompts, right? But change my mind about chicken wings. Like, even the general one, like, I don't know, change my mind that this is better than this, but not in a stupid, tangible way like the chicken wing thing, but like something. I can't even think of an example right now. But anybody who posts, like, why? We're really looking for an argument on social media. Like, what are we?
You not got enough to worry about?
Yeah. So your life is that good, you have enough time to do this, but yet the topic of this post suggests that your life is not doing well. So why are you taking time out of your not so doing well life to do, like, it's kind of hypocritical.
John, here's the nail. You just hit it on the head. It's like, where do you find the time and the energy, and like, what drives you to do that? Something's going wrong. Like, I don't want to be, sound, oh, I know what's going on in their life or something like that. But it's like, something's going wrong if you're looking for an argument, not even from, it could be a spouse or something like that. You could have disagreements and arguments, but you're literally going out and you've got friends. I don't know if he might have 500,000 friends or something on Facebook or whatever, but it's like, you're looking for an argument with these so-called friends that you've got. Like, I'm never looking for an argument, especially not with friends. Like, where do you find that energy in that time? And I don't know, it's just a little bit ignorant to me. And I'm sure this person knew that they have friends of, certain beliefs and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you really want to pick a scab.
Yeah, so you did it just to trigger someone?
Yeah.
Which is not to defend the other person who would comment on it, because them too, it's like, what are we doing? Yeah. You know what, they're just baiting you into it.
Exactly.
But yep, it's like old cat and mouse. We're looking to join in.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Oh my god.
And it's just like trolls as well. You know, people who troll, it's like, haha, funny one time. Then you keep it going and it's like, bloody hell. You put that energy somewhere else, you'd be good at something.
That's the thing. You're so invested in this. Imagine putting it to something beneficial.
Yeah.
All that ironically, this relates to there's a prison rodeo in Louisiana, Angola prison rodeo. Angola is one of the most severe criminal prisons in the States. I mean, that's where there's Murder Row. Like, that's where all the murderers go, rapists. It's a very bad prison. So they have a rodeo, and the convicts who were in there for life participate in the rodeo. And there's bull riding, bear, saddle bronc riding. There's this thing called bull in a ring poker, where four of them sit at this table in the corral, and they let a bull out, and they sit there, and the bull just comes and fucks them up. It's wild. There's one I forget what it's called, but they put a like a ribbon or a rope on the bull's horn, and the convicts all run out there and they're trying to get the rope off.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, I watched a guy get stabbed through the armpit with a bullhorn. Like, it is wild. But you're talking about convicts who have no chance of parole. They're in there for life, or they're on the death sentence. Like, they're going to be put to death anyway. So it's people who just have no. I mean, that's a wild. I definitely. It's a little barbaric,
Yeah.
definitely a little barbaric, but it's also very entertaining. Um, and the cool thing is, it's all volunteer. Like, it's people who just volunteer to do this because, like I said, they have nothing else. Um, Depending on what they do, they actually win money for the commissary and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But outside of the arena, there's a big booth set up. I mean, and like the convicts are right there, all chained up, but they make things. It's some of the most beautiful leather work goods I've ever seen. Wallets, purses, just belts. They do that. They do woodworking stuff. So they build like benches and swings and stuff. Like, you couldn't have put this to use before you made the decisions you made. Like, it's legit some of the best handcrafted stuff I've ever seen. It's like, you waited till prison to do something like this. But highly recommend if anybody ever thought about going to the Angola prison rodeo. It's kind of in, if you know where Baton Rouge is, it's about an hour and a half north of Baton Rouge. So it's kind of on the top of the boot of Louisiana.
Okay.
Not at the very top, but kind of on the boot. It's crazy though. It's absolutely insane. Just watching those guys do what they're doing, and
I'll have to
they've
check
got
out.
nothing to lose. You can look videos, Angola
Yeah.
Prison Rodeo. I've been a couple times. It's
Oh, have you been to?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Been a couple times. Once I was a kid, once when I was a little older. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. And then the arts and crafts and stuff is like, holy shit! Like, it's some really good quality stuff. But it's just one of those things. Like, you waited. Why'd you wait to? It's frustrating.
It's probably because they were put in a situation of a 9 to 5 or something, and they weren't making enough money, and they had to do something. They couldn't pursue that passion or whatever, even if it was a passion, it was a hobby or whatever. They had to go and supply for the family or something, so they didn't have the time. It's a shame. It is a shame. Getting back to the money kind of thing. It's like you have to make a certain amount for yourself, and if you have a family or whatever it is, you just have to make that level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you can't, then you might do things that are
out of survival.
Yeah. And it is sad. It's a shame that people can't.
They can't see through the glass. They got to break it first to see what's on the outside. It's like,
yeah. Hopefully, some people get the second chances though, and they come out the right side.
Yeah. Or they've made peace themselves too.
Yeah. It's funny that a lot of people who go into prison and they come out changed, and they find like religion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's a high percentage of people who do that, and it's like, some of them, they might just do it because they need the guilt lifted, maybe, but some of them actually come out and they're changed, and they're like, okay, yeah, this is sin for this because it's not man-made. I'm sorry, it's not. But it's like they come out and they actually want to do positive things, for community and stuff like that. They can go and become coaches, life coaches, because I think people need that more now than ever. Because, I mean, I'm not going to put it down just to it, but social media. If people wouldn't, just like we were talking about envy and stuff like that, if you saw all these people that you follow, if you saw the 24 hours for 7 days, I'm sure it would not be, all these rainbows that they're painting and everything like that. There's going to be some
clouds,
curse words thrown around, some arguments, and some.
Yeah, even I'm saying this, and I know if you follow me around, you'll be like, God damn, that guy is not happy. It's like, give me 5 minutes, all right? Lay off.
Yeah, he didn't have his coffee in 5 minutes. He's going to burst.
I think it's knowing what, maybe knowing what to fret about, or knowing what deserves a little more energy. Because there's some things that, maybe it can knock you off your rocker a little bit. I mean, Shit happens. But it's just maybe fretting and dwelling on that is where it gets unhealthy. I don't get people. I don't get people who go out of their way to not only sit in negativity, but share their negativity.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, like I said, if I said that 5 years ago, I'd be a hypocrite. But like, nah, made peace with those. Made peace with, and then I said this on the last podcast, but I want to reiterate this. Being a hypocrite is interesting because, like, if you ever say anything one time about a certain thing, and then could be weeks, months, years down the road, and you do something that counteracts that, that doesn't necessarily make you a hypocrite. You can have a change of opinion. That's the beautiful thing about being open-minded. I'm trying to think of an example for myself. Like, there are things in my life that I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that now. Like, it is. But years ago, I'd have been like, no, that's so stupid, whatever. But yeah, I think people get a little blurred with the whole hypocrite line. But leading that into say, like, have an open conversation. If there's somebody like that's worth giving the time to. There's people that aren't. Just move on. Like the guy on Facebook, just move on.
Yeah.
It's not going to be healthy in any which way. But if you go into something in a healthy, not argument, but healthy conversation, just be open-minded. You can respect and see the other side without believing in the other side.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. And at the end of the day, if the conversation ends, it's like, I saw your side, I respect it, but I still believe in blah, blah, blah. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's very true. Pick and choose your battles.
Yeah.
And don't fall for the bait.
There's
bait everywhere. There's so much bait.
Clickbait. What?
Wait.
What? We got deep there for a while. I had to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Hey, deep's always sometimes fun.
I had to jerk it off a bit or something like that. It's weird.
Deep can be fun and slippery sometimes, John.
Stand on my tiptoes. Well, I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
Anything else you got in that?
No, I think that was
sexy brain of yours.
Slow down, baby.
I know it's been a while since she's been on the podcast. We can talk about her on the podcast. How's Meredith? Meredith doing okay?
Oh yeah.
Last time we talked to her, she got baptized.
Yes, she did. She did. Yeah, she's seems a lot more positive, should I say? Yeah. She has been for the past few months.
Yeah.
But it's like, even now and then I'll have to like nudge her a little bit, be like, hey.
What are we doing? Forget about it.
Forget it. Chill. Yeah. People just need that every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, she's doing well, and she's we had a good trip to DC, and had a good time and met some really nice new people and stuff like that. So it's like, everything's going well. Yeah. Thank you.
Trip was good. Yeah.
Trip was good.
Yeah.
Trip was good.
First time DC?
Been to DC before, but first time I met my coach.
Yeah.
Who is now our coach. He's coach Meredith as well. So we my goal of the start of the year was to do a bodybuilding show. It's not going to be this year, but we've pointed that it's going to be the show that we went to for next year.
Okay.
So it's
May of next year?
Like, end of April next year.
April 2024.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll be there.
Oh,
I'll be
coming
there.
up to Virginia?
To see you. Yeah.
Near Quantico. That's where we were.
Quantico.
Yeah.
CIA agent over.
I was a night agent.
See, I didn't do much sightseeing. We're just at the meet the whole time.
Yeah, meet the whole time, and just learned a bit from professionals, and it's like changed my outlook going into the gym even more. Yeah. So it was beneficial trip, but it was also like needed as far as a little bit of experience.
A little self-discovery.
Yeah, self-discovery.
Knowing what you needed, what you want to get, how do you approach what you want to get into?
Basically, yeah. And then also for our coach to see us in person and be like, okay, this is what you're suited to or something, or he knows where to drive us to now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But then also I met people who just turned pro in natural bodybuilding, and some of the people who were already pros. They're just really nice people, and just able to sit down and talk with them and stuff, and just we went out for a meal. Spent the next day, like the whole day, went to work out, went to church in the morning with them, went to work out, kind of hung out with them. It's just like you see how people are, and it's like they're dedicated to this thing. They're really dedicated. They're really determined. Their discipline is just out of this world. And these guys, like 42, 44, 50 something, incredible shape, incredible mindset. The mindset of them was just, they got families, they're living life, but it's like, and they're not making the living off this. You can't make your living off natural bodybuilding. You just can't. But it's like the dedication to the craft is just, it's amazing. It's like it's a 2 or 3 gears up. I thought I was, maybe I'm, 3rd gear, 4th gear here. It's like, nah, maybe I'm still stuck in 2nd. They've got 8 gears, and they're like, they're really, really driven. So it's a motivation as well, for both of us, for me and Meredith. But it's very nice to know that the people who are there and high up, they're very human. They're very normal. They're just disciplined beyond belief. It's like they're just every day, same thing, And if you do that with anything really,
consistency and discipline,
that's what it all
change
is.
your life.
Yeah. So no, very good, beneficial trip. Made friends for life, and we look forward to seeing them. Again. Hopefully, I can go and cheer them on at a show if they're doing something, and I can go and be of help to them or something like that. I can be there for people who I never knew before. So yeah, it was just a very good experience. But looking forward to the future now. That's some hard work.
April 2024. I know you're a headstrong, disciplined individual. I know you got it.
I'll do my best.
I mean, I worked out with you a few times. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we got to do it again now. Now that I've found my new way, John. Coming soon.
I went today. We'll get back on the mountain, maybe.
It's just, what it is. It's just making it a habit, creating the habit.
Yeah, that's the downside. Before I left, it was just like, all right, we're doing this. And then I left for 2 weeks. I was like, I gotta, polish the rust off. I gotta grind the rust off a little bit. Yeah.
So just some WD-40.
That's a crazy thing about consistency starting since January. It's like I've noticed a lot of changes. I personally, myself, noticed changes physically and mentally. Especially noticed small elbows. Really fucking small elbows. Jesus Christ. Little pin tacks. I got pin tacks on the corner of my arm.
There's nothing wrong with your elbows, for crying out loud.
So they're small. There's nothing wrong with them, dude. Jesus, small weenus. Let's make shirts. Small weenus club. If you or anyone you know suffering with small weenuses,
stop looking at my small weenus.
So what? I've got one small weenus. I've also got two. Small weenus, elbows in disguise. Yeah, all that to say about the insecurity. It's all for humor and jokes. I do not lose sleep at night knowing I have small elbows. Very, very, very small elbows. Elbow points. Not elbows, just elbow points. It makes no sense. And I have golfer's elbow, and I don't know how that's possible when I don't even have an elbow. Oh, that's life. C'est la vie. It's a life.
I love you, John.
Love you, James. You love my elbows too.
I love him. I'm gonna touch him.
Ever since Meredith ridiculed me on the podcast for biting my nails, I told Aaron they were long, like uncomfortably long for me because I bit my nails. So I clipped them with the clipper, and they were probably too short to clip anyway. But that was just bothering me, and then I relapsed.
Oh,
I relapsed. Yeah, I bit my nails again. So we're starting fresh again today. Damn it. Doing good. I wanted to get back and show Meredith, be like, ha, suck it. But,
look at my Coke fingernail.
I clipped them with a clipper for the first time in years because I didn't bite them. I was like, yeah.
It's so enticing. Wonder what that one tastes like.
It's my worst habit. Oh, it's terrible. Well, good potty.
46 in the books. Is that 46?
46, I believe. 46.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Almost half a century. 50. Oh, we didn't do a special episode for each of our birthdays, our ages.
Oh.
We passed those up.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time. It's going to come back on 100.
100.
Yeah, John's going to be like 113. Be like, happy birthday, John.
We both know I'm not living that long. What?
My goodness, I swear.
All right. Well, it's been real. It's been fun.
Real fun.
Anything you'd like to say to the people in the back and front?
In the front and the back.
Yeah.
And side to side. Just be good people. Just take care of each other. I don't know. Just think of things on the human side.
Yeah. It's not always a dog-eat-dog world.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't have to be. The only way to change the world is one small change at a time.
Exactly. And if you think or you feel like something you do is wrong, it's probably wrong.
Yeah. I thought about that this week after hearing what you said.
Sin isn't man-made, by the way. Just my opinion. Sorry, I'm not doing a change my mind kind of thing. It's just my feeling. So, but yeah, take care of everyone. Crying out loud. Don't be mean.
Yeah, don't be mean.
Be happy.
All right, I like that. All right, peeps. Episode 46 in the books.
Thank you for listening.
Until next time. I started ordering. Goodbye, you two.